Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back on Monday night. I am Grada Robertson, CEO and co-owner of the Purple House Wellness Center, where I am tonight in my reception area. Sorry. And tonight I want to go through some things that I've worked with myself over the last few weeks, when I literally find myself getting triggered by stresses in the world and triggered by Peter, and it's just been a busy time. And looking on the upside, I found some really good tools that help me to not be angry with myself or get more stressed in myself. And I discovered how to turn the situation around in my own body and actually turn the trigger around into a positive emotion that helped me to connect deeper into my inner core. Because for most of you who are listening to me, I know that you're already on a path of spiritual and personal development. Many of you have woken up, you know that you are more than a human being, you're more than the material self, you're more than your body, you are much bigger than who you've been led to believe, and so on, right? But when the rubber hits the road, the truth is that we all get triggered. Even the world's best top coaches, things still get under their skins as well, because I've worked with some of the world's best coaches. So tonight I want to go to an old, tried and true topic, and that is appreciation and gratitude, right? So I actually discovered something that I'll show you in a minute. I'll take you through it, and then you get a chance to practice it. You'll be able to get a chance to practice it as well when you get busy, right? When you go back into your daily life and so on. So appreciation and gratitude are tools that immediately lift your frequency, and you don't even have to feel appreciation or gratitude. Trust me, you just have to use the words, because one reason why it works is that words are powerful. So all words carry meaning in the universe, and words come before thoughts, right? So strange enough, we can use words to change our chemistry, and we don't have to wait for the right thoughts to come into our head. So many people, when they start on their journey, they're literally waiting for feelings of gratitude or feelings of appreciation and so on to drop into their body. Well, the thing is, you'll be waiting till the rest of your life, because life is often so stressful and overwhelming, and there's suffering and disappointments and so on, that it's very difficult for appreciation and gratitude to be your natural state. However, I do want to remind you that in your core essence, which is who you are behind all the stresses and behind all the dust and the tension and the busyness, underneath all of that, your true essence is actually unconditional love and gratitude, because our universe is made of love and gratitude. Love and gratitude are the building blocks of the universe. They're also the building blocks of your body. They're the building blocks of your spirit. They're the building blocks of your essence. And love and gratitude is what unites us. So, also it's been said that, if there's a gap between where you are and where you want to be, there usually is a gap between where we are today and our goals or our desires. And we become conscious of that gap. Love and gratitude will help to shorten that gap. That means it shortens the time span between when you get, let's say, your new Ferrari or whatever, and where you are now. So I'm going to practice with you a unique way how you can heal your life, right? So when we have stresses and so on, we get triggered, we start to hear yucky voices. Usually it's a judgmental voice inside our body, and it goes like, oh, you were so stupid, you were this and that, da 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 da. So let's just use an example. I'll just start with Pete. So That's my bestie, Pete's my hubby. We've been together for 41 years, married for 41 years actually. And of course, Peter can still trigger me at times. So like the other day we were driving somewhere and Pete said something and I caught myself being hurt. So I felt hurt by his remark, and it was completely innocent on his part, by the way, so I didn't lash out. And so then I heard a voice in my body say something. I got angry, right? But so the voice in my body said something like, oh, Peter is so obtuse or whatever, he's always so obtuse. And what I did then, I stopped it at that. So like I didn't continue the internal conversation. I asked that part of myself, how old are you? How old is that part Grada that's talking like that now and that's feeling hurt? And I got a response straight away, and my body said 3. So then I addressed that part as a 3-year-old part. So I said, thank you for showing up. I am so grateful. I'm so happy and grateful that you're feeling grumpy, and I'm so happy and grateful that you're feeling hurt, and I'm so happy and grateful that you're saying Peter is obtuse, and I'm so happy and grateful that you're telling me that you're unhappy, and I'm so happy and grateful that you're showing me something is wrong, and I'm so happy and grateful, blah, 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 fill in the blanks. I just went on and on and on till there was nothing left to feel hurtful about in my body. And I actually, instead of feeling grumpy, I felt my frequency was raised, like my vibration was higher. And I'm not per se doing that for Peter, of course, I'm doing that for me, right? So just imagine something else. Let's use another example. Something happens at work and you're disappointed. Like this happens to all of us. So like your co-worker might disappoint you or you feel let down, right? And so normally what happens is we just, at best, if you've been doing a lot of internal work already, you try to do something with that feeling of disappointment. But I want you to try this now. I want you to just imagine that's you. You don't even have to figure out how old that part is. You just say, I'm so happy and grateful that you're feeling disappointed. So it's literally your higher self or the real you, the real Grada is talking to a part of Grada, right? If you follow me. So one part of me is talking to another part. So I'm talking to the disappointed part, because there's always part of us that's noticing the reaction in our body. That's the first trick. You notice the reaction in your body, you notice what's going on. Humans have the ability to do that. Humans even have the ability to notice what you are noticing, and that is becoming the observer. But again, that's hard to do when you're being triggered, or let's say one of the kids, you're chasing after your kids because you need to get somewhere and you're getting worked up. It's hard in that moment to notice what you're noticing, because that's really more to do what Buddhist monks do when you have done a lot of meditation. So this is a better technique. So you just catch yourself thinking the negative thought. Where was I, by the way? Oh yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed in that person. Instead of thinking, so typical of her, she's always letting me down, she's always doing that. I remember when she did that 15 years ago and blah, blah. Instead of going down that path, you catch yourself, you talk to that part and you say, I am so grateful that you're showing your disappointment. I see you disappointed. I am so grateful you're letting me know that you're disappointed. I am happy and grateful for the disappointment. I am so happy and grateful that you're letting me know what you're feeling right now. I'm happy and grateful for the disappointment. And you'll find just the feeling just clears out of your body. And so that's the first really, really good bonus. So that means you're healing yourself as you go along, and you're turning a trigger into really a personal, a win, really, on the inside of your body, like you've just won a match. you know, because all day long we show up on the mat, you can say, or we're showing up on the tennis court and balls are bouncing around. And this is how you can get a win for yourself, a big win. And then you start building up. And as you're doing so, your frequency, your vibrational energy changes. And it becomes really consistently happier, higher. Because ultimately, all humans are actually just a radio station. So we tune into, we're receiving thoughts and material things into our life, and we're also sending out things. So for instance, if you love jazz music and you go to the radio, you have to find the channel that sends out the jazz music. So you're not going to listen to the weather channel, right? And so this is what we need to do with ourselves too. If we want health and wealth and happiness, our predominant line of thinking and feeling needs to be in alignment with health, wealth and happiness. And so where people get stuck is, and I used to be like that myself too, by the way, we feel in negative thoughts because, by the way, we have 60,000 negative thoughts a day, an average human. So let's say negative thoughts come along and we squash it, right? So, but here's the thing, what you persist resists. So just because it's gone out of our mind doesn't mean that it's not sort of humming in the background. So it's better if we can just catch our reactions, catch the trigger, catch what we're feeling, just notice it. So like notice it, and then heal it straight away. And just by the word, I am so happy and grateful, or I'm so appreciative of you, talking to yourself, right? So this is appreciation and gratefulness that is pointing inwards. You're laser focusing all your attention inward. And that takes a little bit of practice, but it's easy to do. Like once you've done it once or twice, especially in a critical situation, it becomes very, very easy to do. So you can also do it, of course, during good times, right? So like when you're sitting in the sun, it's easy enough to say, I'm so happy and grateful for living in Tasmania, for having a roof over my head. I'm so happy and grateful that my body is healthy and so on. But it's a bit different to say, I'm so happy and grateful, I'm so blessed, when you've just had an argument with your bestie, right? So this is one way you can, you know, open the door a little bit, get your foot in the door again, and just open the door to floodgates of abundance by just focusing inward, going to the injured part, the hurt part, the sad part. Oh, another one that we do lots of is like blaming and shaming ourselves and guilt tripping ourselves, especially women, but I guess men too. Just be so good at it. So catch yourself do that too. That's another really beautiful way to turn that around. So let's say you feel guilty because you're not showing up the way you wanted to, or you feel shame, you know, or blame. You want to blame. You just feel like blaming somebody, and just for the heck of it, you're blaming people, and then you can turn your attention on that part that's blaming in yourself, and you just say, I'm so happy and grateful that you're showing up as a whinger or as a blamer. I'm so happy and grateful that you're showing up right now for me, that you're so happy and grateful that you feel like blaming. And so it's like you're welcoming that in, and you just keep on saying, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm feeling like blaming. And by the way, you can again ask, can I ask you how old you are? How old is that part that's showing up now? And usually you'll actually find that that's a part of you that's very, very young, because most of our issues and most of our reactions today, most of our triggers are still stemming from unresolved memories from our childhood, when we created many, many splits, or you can call it twins, like twin self. And I actually saw a beautiful picture on Facebook today where this tiny, tiny little twin was kept alive by his big fat twin. So there was obviously, while the twins were being in utero, one of the twins hogged all the food and the other one was just tiny, and it had like a nasogastric tube in, and it looked like a very pram child. And what kept the little tiny twin alive was the love of his big twin. So that's how you deal with your inner parts, right? Unrest, blaming, shaming, negativity, negative thoughts, they're always coming from our unhealed twins. So just think of yourself today like I'm the big twin and I'm nurturing the little twin. And so I'm just going to say, if I feel like ashamed of something, I'll just say, I am so happy and grateful that you're showing me that you're ashamed. I'm so happy and grateful, Grada, that you feel ashamed. I am so happy and grateful that you showed up. I'm so happy and grateful that you're in my life today. And you just talk like that, and after a while, that part will settle down. You feel really calm in your body. You feel as if the bleeding has stopped. You're not leaking energy from it. There's no residual stresses or tension in your body. And it just feels really, really great. Well, ultimately, of course, you are already love and gratitude. And that's why it hurts so much when we are experiencing any other feelings and emotions other than love and gratitude. It hurts us really, really bad. So just mentioning the words love and gratitude, I'm so happy and grateful, I'm so appreciative of you, just those words are already going to bring you closer to your core essence of who you really are. So that's my wish for you tonight. I think that's 20 minutes and I hope I've made myself clear. And just practice it. It's a fun exercise. So you notice, that's the first thing, you notice what's going on and you catch the little twin part of you doing, rambling around there. You just say, I'm so happy and grateful. I'm so appreciative of you. I'm so appreciative that you're feeling crabby, or that I feel so happy and grateful that you're angry, that you have so much angry, blah, 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 whatever. So you just direct deal with the issue. And it's amazing. You're just going to feel so great. You bring all those little parts back into your chakras, and your chakras actually operate on love and gratitude. So you feel the chakras all calm down. Your chakras are actually, what do you call it? Energy centers that sit just outside your body. They organize everything in your body. They organize your hormones. They organize your situations, your circumstances. They organize the inflow of good luck and happiness and all the rest. So when your chakras are balanced, everything else starts to flow into your life as well, right? So love and gratitude is something that really harmonizes and restructures your chakra system and your entire life. So like happiness and health and wealth lines up for you, and it's easy for you to step into that. So I hope that you find this interesting, and just do it. Like, it'll come clear to you when you start doing it. So just another exercise would be to just think of something that triggers you on a habitual basis, right? So don't wait for the trigger to happen. Just think of something that really annoys you all the time, right? And then you just say to that part of yourself that's feeling the annoyance, because usually it's not your entire nervous system, it's part of yourself, and you just say, I am so happy and grateful for that annoyance. I'm so happy and grateful that you're showing up. I am so happy and grateful and appreciative of that annoyance, and so on. It's gone already now. It's integrated. The more you do, the more your intuition will talk to you, and your intuition is your best friend. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you find this a fun and ridiculous practice. It sounds very counterintuitive, but it works, and that's the main thing. All right. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Just let me know what your triggers are, and if you find this helpful, if you find that it worked. And I hope you all have a really, really great week. Be kind to yourself and be compassionate and rest as much as you can. And I really, really look forward to being with you again next Monday at 8 o'clock. Bye everyone.